That's fine. Oh yeah, it is now. Okay.
Well, it's literally going 8 hours from here. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it is impressive.
we take things for granted, but this is pretty remarkable. Just a few
It
years
is.
ago. So,
Yeah.
I wish I had done this sooner, just Skype in general with people, but it is what it is. But so anyway, yeah, like I said, I know you're busy with things, the band and life in general. So yeah, we appreciate your taking time to talk to us.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. I mean, this is fun for me. So seriously, I mean, I know this is part of your career, but this is fun for me. I've actually been listening, and I'll be honest, Scardust is a new band as of maybe 3 weeks, maybe 4, and been listening to it a lot, like all the material, and so the interview is largely from a fan perspective. So it's really good stuff. And my wife told me to tell you she's a big fan as well. So,
thank you so much. Means
no,
a lot.
No, it's really good stuff. So let's see, we are recording. Okay. This is where we can edit out stuff. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
You don't have the things in your hair.
No, not currently, but I usually wear them for like shows, videos. Yeah.
Right. That's the only photos I've seen of yours. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is actually kind of cool. Just a normal conversation, I guess. But so the EP Shadow, what was that? 2015, 14?
15, yeah.
15. So so the Shadows, the Sands of Time, and now the current album, of course. I mean, there's an evolution of the sound, as you would expect with any band. And to me, anyway, the current album didn't seem to be as aggressive. I know the harsh vocals don't seem to be as prominent, at least to me. How would you describe the evolution of the band's sound since Shadow at the present day?
Yeah, I think Strangers is more accessible in a way. Yeah. I don't know if it was like a conscious decision. It's just I think it came from an idea to make each song, work by itself, but also as a part of a bigger concept.
Right, because you can tell it's all there's a common thread with all the songs. They're obviously tied together. So yeah, there's certain thematic elements. So the one constant, even from the very beginning to the first to last song, the choir involvement, you don't hear that a lot in metal or otherwise. At least I haven't. So how did the choir become part of the sound? It's really unique.
Yeah, the choir is to me is like a band member.
Yeah.
Yeah, and well, I grew up in a musical family.
Okay.
And my family, we are 4 siblings, 2 parents, and before I can even remember myself, we were always singing together, as a family. So so like vocal ensembles and choirs were always a big part of my life.
Right.
And 4 years ago, around the recordings for time, I took the people who sang in Sands of Time were mainly my private students, my voice students.
Students. And I didn't realize. Okay, I didn't realize that part. I had to.
Yeah, and some friends and families who are also great singers. So I found myself, in front of this group of people who are all, into metal and also are great singers. So I decided to just put a title on it.
Yeah.
Call it Health. Okay. Yeah, call it Healthcore.
I saw that. I read about them. I wanted to ask you about them specifically. Okay.
Yeah, and this is how how the choir was born, and it started really small, like 10, 12 people in my living room, and
12 people is small, huh?
Okay. And it evolved in time, and now the choir is in all our shows, when there are shows.
I know.
Yeah.
I miss. Oh my gosh,
Oh,
the
yes,
spring,
tell
the
me about
summer.
it.
I know the spring and the summer part of the year for my whole
Oh
life
yeah.
basically is all shows and festivals and concerts and no more.
Likewise. Yeah.
So hopefully soon. I don't know, but
Yeah.
anyway, that's another discussion. So
Yeah, but this is how the choir became like a band member. It's
okay,
it's like my instrument in the band,
right,
you know?
okay.
Yeah.
If you grew up with everyone singing together, literally since childhood, that's to in your mind. So why wouldn't it just
Yeah.
translate to present day? That's okay. Well, tell me about I didn't realize you were a teacher. I researched, you in the band, of course, but
Well,
didn't see anything
I
about that.
yeah, I used to do that full time up until a few years ago, but since healthcore, because healthcore is like my main occupation nowadays.
Right,
Healthcore and Scardust, obviously.
right,
So I teach a bit less. I still enjoy teaching. I still do that, but not as much, not as a full-time thing
okay,
anymore. But I
okay,
used to for some years. Yeah.
okay. That makes total sense now. Okay.
Mhm.
So you like formal training back as a child or some years
Um,
ago, or
as a singer or as a musician in general?
as a singer? Yeah.
Okay, as a singer, I had like 2 years of vocal training with a very nice teacher between
Yeah.
ages 16 to 18, and she gave me a really like uh, you know thorough background about um, you know the anatomy behind
Oh
the
wow.
the instrument. Yeah. So I when I joined the army and the years after, I took this knowledge and I kind of continued by myself, because once you're familiar with your instrument and you know how it works, you
Right.
can actually keep on researching yourself and developing it yourself.
Right.
And I like I'm an autodidactic. Is that a word?
Out of what?
a, a person who likes to be self-taught. I
I'm
don't
sure.
know.
I'm
If
sure there's a word for that. There's a word for everything.
Yeah, so I like to to teach myself things.
Yeah.
So I
And
took all this information and I developed it, and then some years later I took lessons with Floor Jansen, who is now the singer of Nightwish. But
okay.
it was a decade ago. She wasn't in Nightwish at that time,
Right.
but
Right.
she was already a really
But she
amazing
was
singer. Yeah,
definitely
yeah,
established. Yeah. Wow.
yeah,
Uh,
and
I've gotten to see them twice with the floor, and yeah.
yeah, she's
Oh my gosh. Oh,
definitely, yeah,
interesting.
a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. In case she sees this, yes, you are. So,
Yeah.
um, so you're in the army, isn't it? Is it mandatory to go in the army in Israel for two
Yeah.
years?
Yeah. For
Yeah.
for girls back then it was 2 years. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I seem to recall that when you mentioned the army. So I know some countries it is mandatory, and varies wildly, of course. But
Yeah.
all right. So help. Yeah. This the Hellcore. Hellcore has its own page. I mean, actually,
Mhm.
there was a video that you had put together recently of Nightwish. Yeah,
Yeah.
Nightwish collaborate. That was good. My
Thank you.
wife heard me. My wife heard me playing it, and she came down like, "What is? What are you listening to?"
Yeah, I took one song from each album in a chronological order
Yeah, because I heard
and put
noise.
put
Noise
them
was the last
together.
one on the video, right?
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
actually, I finished writing this medley before they released their newest album.
oh
And
really?
then I waited for the new album to add this
To
last
make sure it
song.
was a complete package, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
That's great. How long did it take to do the video? I realize we're getting off track a little bit. This is not about,
The video,
but still,
well, it was one night of shooting
that's it, really.
and like, I don't know, 3 weeks of editing.
Easily, yeah. Like that
Yeah,
is, Well, yeah, very good job. Very good.
Thank you.
And I realize it's not, you want to promote Scardust more, but still, but it's good just to know the background of the people in the band.
Yeah, Healthscore is a Scardust member, so that's fine.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Let's see. So the new album, Strangers, what came out the 30th, right?
Yeah. And
I was actually able to listen to it a few days beforehand and all that. So a couple of songs to stand out to me, that the what's it called, the overture for the Estranged. Yeah, the overture. I mean, I like all the songs. I really like instrumental music of whatever type, metal, jazz, whatever. But that one, and this is true of pretty much all the songs, but all the instruments to me are allowed to shine equally. There's not like a guitar centric or a keyboard centric album. All the instruments are like equally represented in my mind anyway. So like a really, really balanced. And that doesn't just happen by accident. I'm sure it's something you struck me doing the report. Yeah, because you don't want to say this is so and so. Oh, and by the way, the rest of the band. That's not not right. So, but yeah, just the way everybody's shines equally is really, really good. So, what was the other song? Oh, Under, the song Under. the it's a metal song. Oh wait, no, it's actually a jazz song.
Yeah, it's the most I think it's the most controversial song in the album. You either love it or hate it.
I love it. I really do. We were on a drive a couple weeks ago, and that came on, and all of a sudden it transitions into you're jazzing number, and we're like, and there's like a little spoken word rap part as well. I like what is this still the same album? What's going on here? So tell me about that song specifically. It didn't just happen. I get that.
No, I mean it's based on something I wrote around the Sands of Time, I think. I think it was like a jazz ballad that the verse of it. It was like this, like a jazz ballad.
My first thing that came to mind here. Do you know Tierney Sutton, or the name anyway?
Yeah.
Tierney Sutton.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a jazz singer. I don't know if you know the name or not. Yeah, that's the first thing that came to mind when I heard that song. I'm like, wow, this is getting even better. So,
yeah, and then it didn't fit into the Sands of Time concept, so we put it aside, and then we came back to it, and then we're like, what if we make it like upbeat? And we add a rapping part to it, and we do like a gigantic chorus, and yeah.
So what part has gotten more controversy, the rap or the jazz component?
Both. Yeah.
So some people are less open than others, I guess.
I don't know. It might also have something to do with the fact that its parallel song is Over. And Over is the complete opposite.
I caught that as well.
Yeah, so a lot of like metal fans really love Over.
Right.
But they hate Under.
I like them both. So
yeah. Thanks.
Oh gosh. So the album as a whole. So here's where you get to basically brag on yourself. Just tell the world about the album and just what they can expect. Just assume they haven't heard anything at all. What would you like to tell the world about you right now?
Oh God, that's a big question.
in 5 words or less.
in 5 words.
No,
all right.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I'd say it's an album about estrangement. It's telling the stories of the five different stories about strangers, each presenting in 2 different perspectives. So if you have like songs like Stranger and Gone, So Stranger is about someone who got left, and Gone is about someone who left. Yeah. So each song has its parallel.
So you're both same story, different perspectives.
Yeah, exactly. Huge. And this I think can speak to anyone at any time, but in this time in particularly.
Right.
Yeah, because of the situation that the world's in.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and musically speaking, to people who might have never heard about Scardust, I'd say it's a combination between, I don't know, Disney.
That came up. Actually, that very word came up.
I don't know, Disney and
that's funny.
And Epica, I don't know, something like that. And Symphony X.
That sounds pretty accurate. Probably heavier on the Epica part, but yeah. The word Disney did come up in conversation.
Yeah.
No, definitely it's great stuff. No, I'm really enjoying it. So, so here's a hard question. So the album, to you, what is the absolute standout moment?
With the actual album, I mean, or like in the process?
Of the album, like the completed completed product. Like what stands out the most in your mind, at least?
Wow, it is a hard question.
And it's kind of like picking your favorite child or something, but
yeah.
And if you were to ask the same of me, I would. So I'm kind of putting you on the spot a little bit. So
yeah, it obviously changes by the day. Every day I have a different favorite part in the album. Sometimes, I'm mesmerized by the opening of the overture, with the soft choir that evolves. Sometimes I have chills in the ending of Concrete Cages because, we have this hurdy-gurdy madness and the choir and everyone is, going wild.
I mean, it could be a cacophony, or it could be more grandiose. I prefer to call it that. It's just like everything. It's just this culmination of all these things. Yeah. And some people could do it, and it would just sound like, horrible.
Yeah. But I don't know. I think my favorite track is Gone.
How's that one go? I forget.
Yeah.
I know when I hear it.
I'm on my own from now on. Strangers we have become. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And I know them when I hear it. I don't know by name every single one. I'll be honest, but it's probably true of anything. But so when you're growing up and everyone's singing with each other and to each other, so what led you to pursue the metal pathway? I mean, you could have gone anywhere. I mean, your voice could be lent to pretty much any genre. So why did metal went out?
Yeah, I think specifically progressive metal, because in progressive metal you are allowed to do any genre. You're allowed to do classical music and jazz and metal and pop. Yeah, so I think this is why.
Jazz and pop. Some, sure.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Okay. So the live stream you were going to do, that was going to coincide with the album release. Is that right?
Yeah.
And I mean, someone was ill in the band, as I understand. So
yes.
So
it will be announced.
Yeah, I saw that on your Facebook. Is that being well? First of all, I don't know who it was. I mean, none of my business, obviously, but hopefully they're doing well. All is well now. But
thank you.
So get them all our well wishes.
I will.
So okay, what's the word on the live cast now? Is that?
So we will probably announce it in the next days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We will. Yeah, we won't leave you hanging for too long.
So what should we expect from the live cast then?
So we will play a few songs, obviously from the new album, maybe some beloved old ones as well. Okay. And in between the songs, we will answer an open Q&A, so the audience can yeah, the audience can ask us questions live, and we will answer live.
Right.
And we will have Patty Gurdy as a guest.
Oh yeah.
In the Q&A. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Man, all right. So yeah, I forget what song she's on. One of the songs. Again, I can't recall.
Stages. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I had never heard of her before either, and I'm enjoying her. Where I kind of looked, you look at one band and you go off in this direction and that direction, and you end up a million miles. So yeah, I'm enjoying her stuff too.
Yeah, she's amazing, and she's actually releasing her own EP in 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's just endless. You start one place and you end up a million miles away, and that's my day. So I know we're kind of focusing on you. I know you're the front person, but I just want to acknowledge the rest of the band as well.
Yeah.
Some really, really good players. They obviously have studied their craft, and they're just so phenomenal players. Just maybe that's why I kind of gravitate towards instrumentals, because you can just really appreciate musicianship. I like pretty much anything if it's done well. And the rest of the band is really outstanding, especially the bass, which I don't even play bass, and have like a proper appreciation of it. But I play guitar a bit. But bass player, if anything, has to steal the show. It's that would be for me anyway. How do you pronounce his name?
Yanai.
Yanai. Yanai Avnet. Okay. I would have told you.
Yanai Avnet.
Okay, I would have totally messed that up. So.
That's fine.
Yeah. Let's see. My next question. So, like I said, the world is kind of upheaval, put it mildly. Daily, it's a new chapter, it seems. So, if you had a crystal ball or something, what do you see happening in the fairly near future for Scardust?
Well, in the near future, we obviously can't go back on stage. In the foreseen future.
I know it's so well. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I guess it means either continue to make more videos, or starting writing new material, because that's like the only two options I see. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a hard time unless you're well established or whatever. It's
Yeah. And then we will just we will have to see how this pandemic evolves. Someone here wants to say hello.
There's a
Yeah, hi Luis. He really wants something. I don't know if you could hear him, but he was crying for the past 5 minutes.
Oh, I didn't. I just heard him just a few seconds ago. Oh, he's been too long without attention, apparently. So.
Yeah, apparently.
It's a cat. What can I say? What can I say? All right. Louis, is that his name?
Louis, yeah.
Louis the cat. Okay. All right. So I don't want to keep you too long. I know you still have your Saturday evening to enjoy, to whatever you're doing. Oh yeah, I like the pendant. I just noticed a bit ago.
Thank you. It's the
the album. It's the album, obviously.
Yeah.
The first thing. So here's mine. So. So that is from Santa Fe, New Mexico. So a lot of artwork down that way. Anyway, I won't keep you too long, but I usually ask this to most people, whether written or email or whatever. So if I were to go to Israel right now, hypothetically, you can't go anywhere right now.
Yeah.
If I were to go to Israel right now, and where are you at specifically, or can you say?
Yeah, it's around Tel Aviv area. So center, yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't find a specific location. I know where Israel is, obviously, but so if I were to go there, what is the one thing that I simply must see?
Wow, one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. It's an unpopular opinion.
Okay, it's okay.
It may be very popular, but not among people who live in Tel Aviv. But my heart is in Jerusalem.
Okay.
It's always been. I love Jerusalem. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It has its problems, but it's beautiful. It's magical, and I really recommend visiting Jerusalem.
Okay.
My favorite city.
Noted.
Yeah.
I'll put that on my list. I get interesting answers from other people, and so
Yeah.
I mean, all of which I'm like, that sounds great. I'm going to check it out. And,
Yeah.
probably a few other things too, if I do. But I look forward to being able to travel and just any degree of normalcy will be
yeah.
great. Oh my gosh. So yeah, how are you guys doing with the pandemic?
Right now we're coming
is there a
out of a
lockdown going on?
Yeah, so we're coming out of a lockdown slowly, So.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, hi.
You broke away.
We're coming out of a lockdown currently.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I know some countries are going into one or slow. Yeah. It's crazy how it varies country to country, even state to state here.
Yeah.
It's like we have 50. It's like we have 50 countries in the United States, and I don't know. Everyone has their own rules. It's crazy, but
yeah,
we will see. We will see. So, like I say, I will not detain you too long. Anything you want to say to our readers before we part ways?
If you like Scardust, come say hi on social media.
Okay.
It really helps. I mean, it really helps when people, spread the word. And like we say, don't be strangers.
I have read that one.
Yeah, and obviously we can't wait to go back on stages, and definitely a dream to visit the US and perform in the US whenever it will be possible.
I know. I will. Yeah. I will travel. I won't say any length. I'll be honest, but yeah, we will definitely travel to come see you. Hopefully you'll come. No, really. When we were listening to your music, so whenever they have concerts, we have to go see these people. So I guarantee you one attendee at least. So, no, we will be there. So what are you doing the rest of your evening? Anything good? Or?
Editing a new healthcare project.
Oh no! 3 weeks for that, really? One night of shooting and 3 weeks of editing for the previous.
Yeah, no, I mean the production took 2 weeks before the shooting day, then the shooting day, then 3 weeks of editing.
Oh wow,
yeah.
Even more involved than I realized. Okay, so when you're performing, in the choir, how many people are usually on stage in the choir anyway?
We are currently 37 people.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. But it's 2 groups. Sometimes they perform, separately, and sometimes they perform all together.
Wow.
But now they don't perform at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is quite the production.
Yeah.
Wow, that takes a lot of organization. Wow.
Yeah, but luckily for me, they are all amazing people, and they all, take upon themselves to do production works. So yeah.
Wow, that is really cool. Yeah. I want to see you even more now. So
yeah.
37. Wow. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. That's amazing. All right. So overall, I said I was going to let you go, but how's the music scene overall in Israel for metal specifically, I guess?
Yeah, well, the biggest bands for the past 20 years or so are Orphanland. Mm-hmm. I also occasionally sing with them. Sometimes they have like female vocal stuff. So for the past 4 years, I've been singing with them. Hellscore also participated in some of their shows and album. But you have. I think that because of the situation in Israel is challenging for bands, and especially for young bands. Yeah. financially, and yeah, you need to go to the army, so you kind of lose 3 years, 3 crucial years.
Sure.
Yeah, but mostly the fact that we're disconnected from the rest of the world. So it's expensive to go to Europe. It's obviously expensive to go to the US. So it's quite challenging to have a successful band in Israel. I think what it does, it creates like the scene is not big, but it has some really, really high quality bands.
Okay. That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is that everybody knows each other, so we create like all sorts of collaborations, and we're sort of like a bubble, like a family thing. So that's really nice. Yeah.
Family.
Yeah.
More important today than ever, I think. So.
Yeah. Last year we launched a festival. We called it the Scar Fest. And yeah, and we had 5 bands participating, that were all like close friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds great. That's perfect. You don't have to worry about who goes on where, and
Yeah.
it's like just one band basically. You're all friends. It doesn't matter. So.
Yeah, and it was the most important thing is to remember that, like you said, we're here for fun.
Right.
Yeah, and exactly. It should be fun. It should be.
I mean, why would you be drawn to something otherwise if you didn't enjoy it?
Exactly. Yeah.
And it will bring challenges, true, but as long as you don't lose the sight of the fun aspect, if you lose sight of that, then yeah, it's over. So.
Yeah, I need to remind myself that.
I can't imagine losing that part of anything.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess it happens. I don't know. And it for the right reasons. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man.
Cool.
All right. Well, I will let you go because Lewis needs to be attended.
Yeah. Something. He needs something.
He said, well, he's always something. I know.
Yeah.
So again, I appreciate your time. You're busy and all that. So this is actually my day off, so I have nothing to do. I'm watching football today. That's about it.
Awesome.
So
thank you for having me. It was
absolutely.
a real pleasure talking to you.
Okay. Yeah, me as well. So I will actually I'm gonna stop recording.
Yeah.
Let's see. You can tell I don't do this frequently.